Welcome to the final block of Abu Dhabi Bronze.
Hello and welcome to the final block on this, the final day of competition at this year's Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. Abu Dhabi, capital of the United Arab Emirates, is the site of the spectacular Sheikh Zayed Mosque, capable of holding an incredible 41,000 people. We are here for all of the medal matches, and I'm delighted to be sitting alongside former world champion Loretta Cusack-Doyle. Good afternoon, Loretta.
Good afternoon, Sheldon. And yes, we're in for a real treat this afternoon, third day of competition, and we might say it's the icing on the cake in some cases, and with the weight categories we've had some really exciting matches. There's been some really close calls as well, but we are in for a treat this afternoon.
The first of the bronze medal matches in the under 90 kilo category features Jahongir Madjiyov of Tajikistan. He's up against Erlan Sherov of Kyrgyzstan. It'll be Majidov in the white judogi, Sherov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Lubomir Peter of Australia.
Well, as we've seen in the statistics there, they have met twice and it's one each. The last time they did meet up was in the Asian Junior Championships, which was back in 2018. Well, that was a long time ago, and I wonder how it will all pan out today in this bronze medal match.
I've liked the look of Majidov today. Moved well. Just the one loss that's put him down in the bronze medal contest, but apart from that, yeah, he's looked pretty good. Sherov picked up a bit of a bruise earlier on. That's why he's got that strapping around the forehead. It's probably only a very small cut, but the plaster doesn't stick on. You perspiration, and there's a lot of contact going on, so they have to strap that on, and it looks a hell of a lot worse than it probably is.
Sherov, good strong left hand grip there onto the right side of his opponent on that lapel. He's actually now got a double lapel grip, which is slightly unusual, but still got that lifeline, which the right hand on the left side again.
Yeah, there's usually a minute or so of feeling out, testing for grips before they settle. Although we did have a 5-second Ippon yesterday, didn't we?
Oh yeah, that was very entertaining. Blink and you miss it.
Yeah, just a little bit too much avoiding to take a grip from both fighters there, and they both pick up a penalty.
Well, it is about a settling of the nerves right now, and although Sherov gets that right hand on the left side, you can see on the lapel now his opponent's trying to keep that hand down, but Sherov comes in with a Sianagi but if the hand came up, it would have been a Sodi, but a mixture of both. But it was an attack to really, in most cases, get out of trouble or to keep the referee at bay.
He's uncomfortable with that left hand being trapped and pushed down by Majidov, and in return he's holding a little bit lower and also making it difficult for Majidov, who picks up a second penalty. Yeah, he was the one who's picked up the penalty for passivity, a second.
Yes.
But to be honest, he was also a little bit...
here's the shimmy was up.
Oh,
what a
he's gone.
mistake. That
was close.
Gosh. It looked like it was under the chin from this angle.
And it slipped off. And then he got some space between him and his opponent when they were on the ground. You'd want to be as close as possible. Just seemed to drift away from him.
Majidov now starting to come into this contest a little bit more. Very slow start, but now the warm-up process is over and done with. He's starting to look a little bit sharper out there. Create a few more opportunities for himself. He's got lapel grip, looks for the Osotogari.
He threatened with that Osota there, didn't he? Might have another go at that.
Well, a little bit of play acting going on there, and as you can see, Sherov, I think, is trying tactically to work on those Shidos.
Inside the last half minute of regulation time, this one is beginning to look as though they're going to need a golden score period to sort things out. Majidov will be at a disadvantage, having already collected 2 Shidos. He won't be able to commit another error. Sherov may join him here if they consider that to be a false attack.
Well, Majidov is not helping himself. He's got a very strong grip, as you can see, and it controls the head nicely, but he's not really following it up now. He takes these moments that are very quiet and allows Sherov to look very busy. And again, neither one of them are really doing anything that's going to be anywhere close of scoring. So I'm not convinced with either one of them at this moment. 2 Shidos apiece now, a golden score, and it really is who's going to sort of up his game in this last chance, really. High collar grip, again, you can see it's very controlling on Sherov. Breaks hold of that controlling grip. Back onto the lapel, comes in with that Sianagi that we've seen so many times now, and Majidov there really looking a bit frustrated at times, and I think that frustration is starting to take its toll on the performance. Works his feet quite nicely there. It's a strong attack. Just got the back end of that on our screen. Those Sianagis are really just, they're not getting any better, they just seem to be getting worse and so predictable.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they called that one as a false attack, I'm afraid.
Well, it's very, very close, isn't it?
And so they do. The one before wasn't that great either.
No, there was a few that I felt that was very, very poorly executed, and that one was
Winner and bronze medalist for men
no
of the
different.
90 kilogram category.
And when you're in a golden score and you've got two shidos against you, you've got to be very clever, haven't you? A lot more sensible in the choices that you make, and that was a very poor choice of technique.
For the first of the bronze medals to
Congratulations, first medal
Jahangir
winner, bronze
Majidov
Jahangir
of
Majidov,
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan. Ladies and gentlemen, the highlights of this first bronze medal contest on the screen.
Yeah, neither fighter really able to generate a great deal.
There was an opportunity there in the Liwaza. That was a moment of excitement.
Jahangir Majidov, Tajikistan.
Right, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 90 kilo category. Francis Damier of France goes up against Davlat Babonov of Uzbekistan. It'll be Damier in the white judogi, Babonov in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Roland Poiger of Austria.
The referee from Austria,
Well, the number one
Mr.
seed
Roland
comes now
Poiger.
to battle away for a bronze medal. He was defeated
Please
by
welcome judoka.
Lorzanov of Russia
White
in
judogi,
the semi-final, and now finds
first time in the
himself
bronze medal final block.
in this bronze medal match against Damier. Now, young athlete, 19 years of age,
Representing Uzbekistan,
and
number
for me,
1 at the world judo ranking under
strong
90
athlete
kilograms.
with great
Tokyo
potential
Olympic
for the
Games bronze
future.
medalist, Davlat Babonov.
Yeah.
Last year was European
Junior
Junior
European,
champion.
yeah. And seventh at this year's Junior World Championships
yeah.
as well. So, you know, he's getting there, but he's got a real task on his hands here.
It is.
Loretta, Olympic bronze
yeah.
medalist. So
It's going to be a tough one, but I don't think that Babonov has been strong today. I don't think he's been as sharp. So really it's a situation. This young athlete from France has got everything to gain from this. His wonderful experience that he's already got, but like you say, it's going to be a tall ask against a very, very strong nation of judo anyway. But as you can see, sort of really that power is being generated in every attack.
question for Damier is how is he going to keep enough distance from Babonov's big, hip techniques, and yet get close enough to carry out his leg techniques, because he wants to throw with Uchimata or Haraigoshi, Taitoshi.
For me, it's a tactical thing here, is that you don't turn your back on him. It's going to be really, if he does, he's in danger. Working his feet, creating an opportunity, breaking up the balance, being busy, it's a much more better option for him. I think he'll be in a lot of danger if he turns his back, and we've seen already.
Well, that's harsh for Damier to have picked up the penalty. He's almost been countered twice, and I'm assuming that you can only counter if you've made an attack.
First attack, yeah.
A little bit harsh. The boy's risking everything by trying to get close to him and attack, and he's picked up.
Yeah, those long legs can be dangerous, but he rides that Sianagi. Oh gosh!
Don't you think so? A little bit harsh.
Yeah.
Poor fella.
I know. 19
But it
years
could
of age, and
be.
he's
It could be that the attacks came in the first 20 seconds, and after that, when he nearly got caught twice,
he's had,
he shut things down.
he's had a couple of long moments that
okay.
have been quiet for Demir. But again, I'd like to see him use. He walks onto that every time. You can see the big throw coming, because he still hasn't noticed the mistakes or the dangers that lie in front. He cannot notice them. He's unaware of what he's doing. He has to really change tactics at the moment.
2 on the right, 1 on the left. That's the first direct attack.
If he thinks he's going to,
he's ridden that as well.
He's doing well to get off him. But as this match goes on, he will become more tired, and obviously the energy levels will drop, and he won't have the same reaction.
He's gone over the back. Needs to attack now.
That's it. Nah.
Yeah, it was.
You just saw it happening, didn't you? In front of our eyes, you knew that was going to be the big throw. But
he needed another
comes in
minute.
Experience, doesn't it?
Yeah, he needed another minute to see just how much, whether Bobonov was going to gas a little bit at the back end and maybe he'd come into it, but he was still far too powerful for him at that point.
He tried to play a bit of a power game where
he hasn't got that kind of power.
He hasn't got the power, and he hasn't got that experience.
Yeah.
And tactics were completely wrong, I think, for his opponent.
Well, he was brave.
Bobonov takes the bronze medal, and he does it in style and shows the caliber of athlete he truly is.
Never looked in any real trouble.
No.
The question was, how long was it going to take before Bobonov caught him? That was the question. And was he going to be able to continue to ride the attacks? Well, the answer was no.
Yeah. Based on the technical expertise of Bobonov, it was one of these, as you go into that contest, would you actually turn your back on him? No. You would stay focused in the front attacks, the ashiwazas, maybe even those long legs coming across for the Osotogari, but turning your back in the way he did and coming deep over onto the back was most probably not the wisest of options.
Well, it made for an entertaining second bronze medal contest anyway, didn't it? Well, I enjoyed it.
Well, I did. There was a lot to focus on.
Yeah, tactically as well.
Yeah, there was.
How was Damier going to overcome Bobonov? How long would it take for Bobonov to launch one of his crunching
for
counters?
Damier, he learnt a lot. I think when he reflects back on that performance and then he revisits the video, he will only get that opportunity, won't he?
And a 5th place finish is no mean feat for a youngster. Yeah, good one.
Place at a Grand Slam is ideal, isn't it? I'm sure he was wanting the medal though.
The final of the under 90 kilo category we have for you now. Mansour Losanov of Russia goes up against Komranshah Ustapirian of Tajikistan. It'll be Losanov in the white judogi, Ustapirian in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko of Japan.
Referee from Japan is Amano Akiko. Now please welcome the finalists. In white judogi, representing Russia, first time in a Grand Slam final, Mansour Losanov.
Our stadium announcers just said that it's the first time that Mansour Losanov has been in a Grand Slam final. Just wondering how many Grand Slams he's been to. Mansour Losanov.
21 years of age, Losanov. I wouldn't imagine he'd had that many experiences on the World Tour. But I could be wrong. Especially when you know that the lineup that the Russian team actually have that's in front of him at this weight category. Getting an opportunity to get out and compete for your country is a really hard task, isn't it?
He's only been to one other Grand Slam, and that was this year in Tel Aviv. So
this is his
it's not
first
as though he's
year
got a
of
long
exposure.
record of failure, is it?
That's it.
And here he is in the final.
It's got to say something, isn't it?
I think I remember 19 Grand Slam appearances by a particular athlete before they made it to the final. They picked up about 7 or 8 bronze medals and X number of 5th places and so on, but they got to a Grand Slam final after 19 Grand Slam events.
Hey, gosh.
And here he is in number 2 in the final. And as you say, it's 21.
Is European? Is he under 23 European champion? Second place.
He won't want to do that again. Well, he won't want a second place here.
No. He's actually had a great performance here today. Been very impressed with the way he's fought, especially in that semi-final.
I fancy him as the favourite in the final, despite the fact that Ustapirion has been around a great deal longer and we've seen more of him.
Ustapirion has just not been firing on all cylinders here today. I don't think he's looked as sharp as we have seen him in previous competition. So this will give him an advantage, knowing that he's most probably had a bad day at the office overall. But here, it's a win-win situation. He's gaining a lot of experience. He's now in a final at a Grand Slam, and I keep saying it, that it's all to gain, nothing to lose in this situation. If you go out, he's very young. He's got a future in front of him, and he's performed so well. He's had a blinder of a day.
Saw the presidents of 2 national federations there. On the left was His Excellency Mr. Batulga, president of the Mongolian Judo Association. On the right was Vasily Anisimov from the Russian Judo Federation. I think he lives in Dubai. And when he found out that there was an all-Russian final, quickly hot-footed it down here to catch the final. Yeah, we shall see that in the under 100 kilo category. No score yet. 2 penalties picked up by Komronsho Ustapirion.
Yeah, there's sort of quiet moment within this match. It's a little bit, they've gone back to sizing each other up here, and to the Lorzanov is obviously the more dominant of with the gripping skills, to the frustration of his opponent. He's got that strong over at the back grip there, as you can see, which controls quite nicely. Looking for the distraction with the Ashiwazas, not so much the sort of opening, because he's not really advancing on the Kosota. It's just more the distraction to get a reaction out of his opponent to look for the big opening.
Half a minute left to go.
Neither one of them really committing so much here, and you're just hoping that somewhere along the line someone's going to be a little bit more gutsier out there and just going for it, creating a better opportunity for themselves.
That left arm from Ustapirion was blocking first of all, and just as he turned it, it was there to help for the Sotemiwaza.
Yeah.
Golden score. I thought that Lusanov
golden score
would have come up with something within the 4 minutes. He had nice throwing skills in the lead up to the final, but Ustapirion has made it really difficult for him. I can't remember a big threat from the Russian up to now.
He's just been very good with the gripping skills. His kumikata has been very good. That over-the-top shoulder controlling grip that he has just seems to be enough to frustrate his opponent up until now. Well, if he had connected, he was just too quick to react on that. And I think if he had just waited slightly for a little bit longer, he might have been able to get his opponent over the top there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
Thin line between false attack and failed attack.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Ustapirian, he fell on the side of false attack.
His timing was just out. He was too quick to react on that Sianagi. If his opponent had connected on the back and he turned at that same time, then it wouldn't have been a false attack. But he just anticipated it.
Congratulations. First
that was a
gold medal
slightly odd situation with the fighters going to the wrong spot
Russia.
at the end of the contest there, and almost awarding the contest to blue when it had gone to white. Amano Akika quickly tidying things up, saying you're in the wrong spots, fellas. Yeah, not the best of outings for Ustapirian, and maybe a little bit nervous from Losanov. He never really sparkled, did he?
Yeah, there could have been. It could have been an element of a few things. It could have been a situation that obviously experience played it. Right, so here we have, it's the under 78 kilos bronze medal contest between Natalie Powell and Anastasia Turchin of Ukraine. So Natalie Powell representing Great Britain, Anastasia Turchin representing the Ukraine.
Referee from Belarus, Mr. Artur Fandov. Please welcome judoka in white, judogi representing.
Well, Natalie coming out looking very confident, but I'm quite sure she's a bit of a bag of nerves. But yeah, it's one of those situations that she's been out a little bit. She had been plagued with an injury. In fact, I think she broke her nose not long ago, and so was recovering from that, and hasn't really, since the Olympics, although she was fought in Paris, she hasn't really sort of found her form since the Olympics. It's been really difficult for all these athletes, sort of coming back to a sort of a semi-normality, because it has been a very weird 2 years, hasn't it, for these athletes. Turchin coming in with that Ochigari, and as you can see, that left hand is really strong and controlling on Natalie at this particular moment. Very strong looking athlete, the Ukrainers. Slight head advantage. There's those long limbs, as you can see. She uses them wisely, like coming over the top with that left hand, controlling the right shoulder of Natalie Powell. Uses her feet to try and break down Powell's posture as she chases desperately to come over again, using the same type of gripping skills. Draws over the top, tries to bring her opponent down. Works to the edge. The Ochigari Kosota, a good combination there from Powell.
Just threatened with the possible arm around the back of the Kosota Gaki. Could have come in there.
Yeah. Turchin there once more, that left hand on the shoulder. Strong, strong grip, as you can see, as she draws Powell's head in. Comes in for the Uchimata. Powell trying to, oh, beautiful change of direction. What a finish there for Powell. She was obviously working against a really defensive left arm that was over the top, and instead of just working into that left side, she switched it directly to the opposite, leaving Turchin exposed for that attack.
Super finish from Natalie Powell. You spoke about the nose injury, and the only thing that is concerning Natalie Powell is
she's I think I've
done my nose again.
Oh. Well, that will build her confidence up no end. and she needed that win, and it's a good win, and she did it in style, which was really nice as well.
Yeah, she was one of the seeded athletes here, number 4, and ended up coming up with a really nice finish there.
Yeah, Turchin was a number 2 seed.
The highlights on the screen.
Let's watch the footwork here.
Oh, beautiful. Braced against that very strong left hand and then switched it on her. Beautifully done.
Yeah, Turchin got drawn into pulling onto that side.
She got fooled by it, didn't she?
Super finish.
Yeah.
Well, I keep mentioning a save, and Powell could reasonably have been expected to go a little bit further. Having lost, however, in the quarter-final, she dragged herself back. Didn't have to go against Babintseva, the number 1 seed, who was injured, so straight into the bronze medal match, and then came up with the win. That was what was needed.
Most probably a good time to give her an opportunity to compose herself, and yeah, you can see that she was a bit troubled by
it's sensitive now, isn't she?
The nose.
Right, coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 78 kilo category. Inbar Lanier of Israel goes up against Patricia Broly of Slovenia. It'll be Lanier in the white judogi, Broly in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Lim Hee-dae of the Republic of Korea. Here's Loretta.
Yeah, well, they've never been up against each other before, so this will be an interesting outing for both of them, and really both deserving a bronze medal here today. Only one will be able to walk away with it, but based on performance, great attitude from both these athletes. Not much between them as far as age and experiences.
Broly, if truth be told, should be further. She lost a really tight battle with Alina Berm, having defeated a tougher opponent in Natalie Powell. Broly now finds herself in this bronze medal contest. Lanier could have been disappointed by the way she lost out to Emma Reed, because she got dumped, and now she's turned the tables and she's thrown Broly very quickly, because she got thrown very quickly herself by Reed of Great Britain earlier on, and she's decided, I'm not hanging around. I'm going to be the one who gets the scoring quickly this time round.
Well, great. What a start and what a finish there, and it looks like it doesn't look like Broly's going to get out of that, but what great attitude. Lanier came out fighting. As soon as she walked into the field of play, she was wanting that bronze medal, and you could see that right from the start. There was no opportunity to size them up or wasting any time. She went straight out there and took what she wanted.
Odd situation here, and I'll tell you why. 5th place in a Grand Slam for Patricia Broly is not a bad result. 5th place is not a bad result. The coach, the Babin, is going to be a little bit disappointed because he knows that she could have gone further. But 5th place, not a bad result, especially because she's carrying a foot injury. Bronze medal win at a Grand Slam for Inbar Lanier is a good achievement. So they can actually both go away reasonably happy. Broly with her 5th place and Lanier with her bronze medal. Both done well.
You can see the highlights on the screen.
Not often that you see that Osai Waza with Shiro Kezugatami. She wasn't hanging around. Oji first of all, and then Makikomi type finished to the front, so a change of direction. Stayed nice and close, managed to free the leg, and then she changed from the Oshiro Kezugatami position to the Tate Shiogatami, which is a complete change.
Yeah.
Because you've got your back towards your opponent. Changed that and then ended up in the Tate Shiogatami. Good finish from Lanier. Well, that's brought us reasonably quickly to the final of the under 78 kilo category. We could race through this there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final.
Alina Böhm of Germany goes up against Emma Reed of Great Britain. It'll be Böhm in the white judogi, Reed in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Mathieu Bataille of France.
Slight difference of age here. Emma Reed, slightly older, mature of her athlete, her opponent, and this is going to be a very interesting one. Emma is one of these athletes that has, for this year, has started to really shine and build up in so much confidence. It's unbelievable. Great year so far, and to find herself in a final of a Grand Slam. This will be, well, it's already her first Grand Slam medal. She's only ever had one medal before that, and that was a Grand Prix just recently this year. So she's going from strength to strength. The belief is there all the way, and I'm sure she'll be quietly confident in this match.
Well, I wonder what the psychology with the preparation has been. I wonder what Jamie Johnson has been saying to Emma.
I would like to think.
I'd have been telling her, you're not going up against Turchin, you're not going up against Babin Saber, you're not going up against any of the top seeds, you're going against someone who's in their first Grand Slam final. Just as nervous as you are.
That's right. And Reed goes into the Niwaza, and Niwaza's very strong. She's what I like about Reed is that you look at the posture. Both of these athletes, in fact, they're very upright, very strong. In their core strength is very, very strong, which means when they do attack and they throw in their big techniques, they're very, very powerful. And it comes from the core rather than just relying on a leg or the kumikata. It comes directly right through the whole body. And we saw a glimpse of that with Reed in the previous match. And she looked unstoppable. So for me, it'd be interesting to see how they compete against each other, because they're very, very similar in styles. Both two very good technicians. I think Reed most probably has a bit more of the edge because she has great Niwaza transition, very strong in the ground, which can make an athlete very dangerous indeed.
Well, I can't imagine that there will ever be a better opportunity for Reed if she gets to a final where she's going to face number 49 on the world ranking list. Take your shot now.
Yeah. I think Emma's, 34 in the world ranking, so she's a little bit higher up the chain. So with that, that was lovely. Hip went in, got Reed up over, but she landed without getting a score upon herself. But she was definitely exposed there.
Yeah, good little tussle, this.
It's interesting, isn't it?
I said at the beginning of the day that I fancied this weight category to come up with so many different things, and we've seen it with Lanier, the Israeli, coming back to pick up the bronze, Broly getting in there at the end, just finishing off in 5th place. So Powell coming in and picking up the bronze. We saw Turchin going out, Babin Saver going out, and now the two who we hardly spoke about this morning. I know you mentioned, you did mention Reed,
Reed was an outside.
As was Alina Böhm. Here they are in the final. I just suspected that there would be some fireworks in this one.
Well, with Böhm, when you look at the sort of pedigree she comes from, the country, that the depth they have in these middleweights for Germany, it is a very well competitive weight category, and so you expect when she gets selected for a Grand Slam, she's going to be good, or definitely has the potential to be very good. So Temi was her attempt there as she goes now into the Niwaza.
Well, in the weight for Germany, Anna Maria Wagner, Luisa Malzahn. So there's quite a lot ahead of
There's
her.
some depth there.
And Oleg. And then Rafaela Igel, she's around as well.
So that's got to put her up a couple of notches, hasn't it?
This will.
And that line up there that you've just mentioned, some real strong German athletes. Hip in that sleeve.
Again.
Oh, well, Emma Reid is playing a very dangerous game right now. If she allows her opponent to come in with those hips and starts to try and ride the hip throw, it's only a matter of time that the hips will be in better position, and that grip on the sleeve is going to be pulled in the right direction. At the moment it's just slightly out, and hence the reason Reid is managing to just avoid it and no more the throw. She's
had some success with the right arm up and around the
right
collar.
Around the back, yes.
So
like a koshiguruma sort of style, yeah.
She suggests, with a position and sometimes with the grip that's where she wants to go, but if you can't get that, you need something else.
So it's a Shido apiece, and then we're down to the last half a minute of this contest. Looking very much like this will go to golden score. And then it'll be really down to a lot of condition now that'll play a part and staying focused. Well, it looked like she gripped on one side of the gi, which is a silly error. She's given away a valuable percentage here, because now this puts her in a vulnerable spot. 2 Shidos, 1 more would result in a hand sokimaki, and now has to stay fully engaged, no more mistakes, otherwise she loses out on a chance to stand on the top spot.
Yeah, having got this far, it would be a real disappointment.
It will be, yes.
For Reid to have to settle for the silver. This one is going into golden score. Not quite the fireworks that we had hoped for. Matthew Bataille, the referee, just waiting for the clock to get reset. It was out of your shot, but we just have to reset the clock for the golden score period, and now we're underway.
Emma gets the high collar, both looking at the high collar grip.
Not quite the way that she intended it, but almost into the turn there.
But she's looking for the knee was up, and she has to really hunt for what she intended to go for at the beginning, but obviously the strong defences of the German made that very tricky for her indeed. Boom, they're looking. The defence is getting a head caught. Now she comes around the back. Oh, yes! Well, there is a change of direction. It looked like Moan had found an opportunity, but Emma had read the signals very quickly and reacted in the right direction. So it'd be nice to have another look at that, because it looked like it was going to be the Germans' throw, but it was just the reaction of Reid that turned it on its head, really.
Need to find a way, and Emma Reid did.
She did, and it was.
Great Britain. This is the first gold medal in a Grand Slam for Emma Reid.
It's her first medal in a Grand Slam, so well done.
It was a good matchup.
It was a great match. They were very evenly matched, and that position there, she came round. She just didn't get the spotting of that technique right when she came in first, which gave it to Emma Reid on a plate. She just accelerated the final outcome of that technique. Came round the back, you looked like the German was going to take
with the Tania Choshi kind of.
And it was having that arm wrapped up over the side on the opposite side, that as she spun, she was able to rotate, and it was the head movement from Reid that she she reacted well. And she also had the koichigari there as well.
Yeah, to finish off, yeah. Yeah, the hand position from Alina Boehm assisted her really, because she opened up so much. And then the leg going around the back didn't help, because she was turning and falling. Being able to take advantage of that, stay on top and come up with the gold medal. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's under 90 kilogram category. The medals will be presented by the President of the International Swimming Federation, Mr. Hussein Al-Musalam.
The
bronze
medals are being presented by the President of the International Swimming Association, Mr. Hussein Al-Musalam. The first of the bronze medals goes to Davlat Babonov of Uzbekistan. There's a bronze medal also for Jahongir Majidov of Tajikistan.
And gold
Silver medal goes to Gobran Shah Ustapirin of Tajikistan, but the gold medal goes to Mansur Losanov of Russia.
And the flowers will be presented by the representative of the Abu Dhabi Sport Council, Mr. Ahmed Al-Kubaisi. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Russian Federation.
And now the national anthem of the Russian Federation.
Thank you very much. Family picture with the VIP and judoka. Ladies and gentlemen, our medalists, men under 90 kilo. Congratulations.
There's the winning quartet, Majidov and Babonov, took bronze medals. Ustapirion picked up the silver, and it was Losanov who walked away with the gold medal. Coming up next, we've got the under 100 kilo category. And we're going to start with the first of the bronze medals. Falk Petersilka of Germany goes up against Shadi El Nahas of Canada. It'll be Petersilka in the white judogi, El Nahas in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Ramzi Shamirov of Tajikistan. Here's Loretta.
Thank you, Sheldon. Very different on the world ranking.
Referee from
Two in the world to 8 to 8. as we've seen so many times, you don't look at the world ranking, that means very little.
Germany, first time in a Grand Slam final block.
Well, it does with Peter Zilka. He's a good boy.
He is good. Very, very good athlete. And again, when we were talking about the depth of countries having real depth in certain weight categories, again, the Germans really do produce really strong male athletes. It's an overall really good team, a young team that's coming through really nicely as well. So, and have made their presence known in events like this. Elnahaz, again, a very experienced athlete in his own right, and number 2 seed coming into this competition. Was defeated in the semi-final by Kanikowski.
I think I've gone on enough about the quality of the competition here when you think that we've got the world number 1 and the world number 2.
Yes.
You know, Adamian and Elnahaz. Well, okay.
Well, it has. There's been a few weight categories we've seen over the weekends that have had some real quality athletes. The numbers are low, yeah, there's no doubt about it, but what here is some real depth and some quality.
I normally give, if I'm looking at a lineup of the competition and it's a Grand Slam, you're going to want people from the world top 10, and you can determine what kind of star event, the star rating you're going to give it by the number of people from the top 10 who are in there. This is a 4-star event.
Yeah.
There's 4 people from the world top 10 here. Nikki Forov, Michael Correll, Ahmad Adamian, Shadi Elnahaz. You know, more than enough. Good group.
A real battle of the Kumikata at this moment. Neither one of them getting their desired grip or taking control at the pace of this contest. Still trying to make their mark here. Now that's a deep grip coming over the top, but Elnahaz didn't look too comfortable with it.
And then too far away with that Makikomi.
Just anticipated a little bit too much. Took his time, really needed to have a bit more confidence on that last exchange.
Left hand heavily strapped up. And so is the left foot. Maybe he's had a problem with the left side.
He comes right over deep with that left
crunching contact
onto the back. He really wants to get to the other side of the head, so when he does come across for the big sort of Oguruma or even the Makikomi, he's got the head in control. At the moment he seems to be on the opposite side, same side as his sleeve grip, and it's not suiting him so well at the moment for Elnahaz. He is really trying to cap the head as well as that sleeve grip, and I think this is what he's bothered with at the moment. So he comes into, gets caught there with the Ouchigari.
Yeah. Peter deciding that the best form of defence is attack, and as soon as the arm went over the top,
he was waiting
for
in. It. Yeah, Elnahaz has been just that little bit too predictable in his exchange here on the grips. So it was just a matter of time that Peter Zilka could work that out. And as you could see, we hooked in with the Ouchigari. He was very lucky not to get caught with the score.
Yeah, problem with that was he felt that whilst he was still upright, so as he was going back, he had enough time to turn onto his front. Otherwise, he was giving up a score.
Silka trying to control the right sleeve of his opponent, comes in for that Makikomi once more. Elnahaz a little bit better this time. It's much stronger of an attack than we've seen in previous.
Missed the opportunity on the ground. We saw this yesterday actually, with a slight bit of indecision as to what you were going to do when you got there. Were you going to go for the Kansetsu waza? Was it the shimmy waza? Was it the Osai waza? And by the time that you'd gone through three, well, the referee said, well, you're not quite sure what you're doing, so I'll call a mate.
Yeah.
Again, not in the best position for either of the two that could have happened, either the Senegi or some kind of Makikomi.
Makikomi, yeah.
Yeah, one had gone, you know, they lost it very quickly.
A little bit out of control, that one. Well, we're now into golden score, a Shido apiece. A few failed attacks there. The Makikomi for Elnahaz. A great opportunity lost for Silka with the Ouchigari. It really is who's going to be coming out firing on all cylinders in this golden score. Elnahaz, strong grip, looking for the Osotogari. Oh, beautiful combination. Nice.
That was class.
It was lovely. Osotogari and then the Kosotogak.
Winner and bronze medalist for men under 100 kilogram category in blue judogi, representing Canada, Shadi.
Well, he just turned it on when it came to golden score. He just switched it up a level.
In particular, with that piece of real opportunism you get offered a chance, you're going to have to take it, because there weren't many in offer in the 4 minutes.
It was,
and
really
the first one that came in the golden score period, he snapped at it.
Oh yeah, he just turned it on straight away, light bulb moment.
This is medal number 7 in the Grand Slam for Shadi Elnahaz, Canada.
The Ouchigari, the Osotogari, and then
he has to use the complete other side of the body.
Yeah, just shows the creativity of the man. Great combination, good footwork, true understanding of the body movements within judo. Great judo.
The top half doesn't bear relation to what happens with the bottom. Look, the top half looks like a Makikomi, doesn't it?
Yeah, the top half was strong. He was in control all the way, having that arm deep on the back, and it was very, very powerful, and pulling in that sleeve grip across his chest made it so tight his opponent just had nowhere to move.
Great piece of work by Shadi Elnahaz of
I like
Canada.
That. Yeah.
Shadi Elnahaz, Canada.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 100 kilo category. Michael Korrel of the Netherlands goes up against Toma Nikiforov of Belgium. It'll be Korrel in the white judogi, Nikiforov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Paulina Gonzalez of Mexico.
Well, only 2 positions in the world ranking, 8 to 10, but when you've got a 3-all as far as a head-to-head is concerned, so who's going to take it that one further?
In white judogi, representing Netherlands, 2019 world bronze medalist, 4-time Grand Slam winner, Michael Korrel.
Well, Korrel, world bronze medalist.
In blue judogi,
and there we have Nikiforov,
the current European champion.
European champion.
This year, Toma Nikiforov.
Well, 2 great men in this under 100 kilograms. Am I surprised? No, but that they're here battling away for a medal, but it is only a bronze. It would have been nice to see one of them at least in that final.
The category was proved too hard.
It was a really, when you look this again, when we talk about sort of depth, only 13 athletes in there, but when you look at the lineup that we have, then there was some real quality competitors. 13
in the category, 4 from the world top 10. You don't even get that at the Masters sometimes.
European champion, world medalists. Yeah, definitely strong lineup. Corel looking to create an opening there in the Niwaza. Catches that shoulder. Oh, he made that look really easy, didn't he, that turnover? I don't know what Nikiforov was doing there. He looked like he'd fallen asleep on that rotation. There didn't seem very little resistance at all. Good attempt there, Sianagi. Now once more he goes into the Niwaza. I don't think Nikiforov will make it as easy as he did the last time. Well, I'd hope not. Well, something's wrong. A bit more defense there. Attempt of the Koichigari, then follow through with the Sianagi. That was close. Very close. Well, it was Wazari.
Come all the way out to Abu Dhabi and have to fight your neighbour.
Exactly. He's already fought 6 times in his career.
Half the contest still to come. Nikiforov doesn't need to panic here.
Well,
he's penalty free.
The entry was good. He just lost the upper body control, but he was right in position between the legs there for that Sianagi.
Corel picked up a penalty, and as I was just saying, 2 minutes left to go. You are Wazari ahead. Make another error now, there'll be real pressure in the second half of the contest. Nikiforov has just had another opening given to him. Close things down, make it difficult for Corel. Settle back a little bit. He can end up picking up a penalty, but if Corel picks up a second, then you can really begin to open up.
You can. It changes the dynamics of the match, no doubt about it. There's a chasing game there, and there's an opening up. Oh, that was a poor attempt there for Nikiforov.
President of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wiesa. Yeah, for the last event on the IJF Judo World Tour for 2021.
And what a year it's been, huh?
Oh, I think that's got a score.
That's a score.
Yeah.
Wazari is set to upon, that'll be. Yep, and there you have it. No argument with that one.
Just managed to squeeze the first one out, and it was looking for a moment as though Nikiforov would avoid going over. And that final push, all part of one action from Corel, was enough to draw a second Wazari, and there's a respectful tap.
Yeah.
From Nikiforov.
It was a good win for Michael Kora there.
Yeah, it was,
and he was up against a tough opponent, so definitely a well-earned bronze medal.
Number 8 in the Grand Slam, Michael Corel, Netherlands.
the Netherlands it is, who comes away with the bronze medal. Oh, you know, at the end of the day, when they start talking about it, bronze medal at a Grand Slam, it sounds a lot better than when you lose in the quarter-final, have to come through the repechage, and you think, oh, it's a...
You would take it any day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really. Nice. Yeah, that was good.
And not many people are going to turn down a bronze medal at a Grand Slam.
He also looked like he could have been in a bit of trouble with the Tati Shiokatami anyway, even if he didn't get that score.
Yeah, you're quite right.
Yeah, straight in there.
Legs were wrapped up. There was
Oh, he
no
was ready.
chance of, yeah.
He was ready for it. I'm surprised though he paused, because that Wazari may not have counted for all he knew, but he did actually pause on that, so I would have just stayed with the Osagomi.
Coming up next, the final of the under 100 kilo category. Arman Adamian of Russia goes up against Matvey Kanikovsky of Russia. It's Adamian in the white judogi, Kanikovsky in blue. Yep, all Russia matchup. And I've been chatting with Retta Kusat-Doyle earlier, and she said, "Going to go with."
I'm going with the underdog.
Kanikovsky. Then it is for you.
Definitely. Oh, can you just see 71 in the world ranking, age 20
against the world number one.
and against the world number one.
That's a brave shout, Loretta. Good one.
I know, you've
Good
got to
one.
start somewhere, ain't you, really, at the end of the day.
Referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland.
I would just love this fairy
Now,
tale
please
to
welcome
happen.
the finalists.
That'd shut you up, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
He looks an absolute bear though, doesn't he, Adamant? He's only 24 years of age and he looks like he's 34 years of age, and that's no disrespect, but he does look a hard.
Kanikovsky looks like 18.
He looks like he's 12. He's such a baby face.
Right, it will all unfold now.
Gosh. Yeah, I just... If he
Fingers
goes to
crossed for a
time,
good
if he
one.
goes to time, I'll be happy. But yeah, someone's got to be on this lad's side. I'm most probably here with the support of his family watching at this moment. Oh. I wouldn't let him over my back, that's the one thing. Adamant sort of.
Unfortunately, he's going to gift Adamian a Shido.
Yeah. I don't need to give him any gifts at
No.
all, does he really? He just looks like a wee lamb up there, doesn't he?
Not a gripping infringement as well. This time, both of them.
Oh, crikey. He's really picking them up, and it's only 30 seconds gone in this contest. Well, Kanikovsky there looking a little bit apprehensive, and I'm possibly not surprised, but that's only 4 years of maturity there. There's not much between the age of these two guys. They're miles apart of experiences though. Lovely takedown there. Yoko Sutemi was it, or Tay was it really. Now he just digs in there, and the knee was up, looking for that turnover. Adaman beasts him over, looking for the Jujikatami. Uchimata deep over in the back, but hopped out of the contest area. Well, there's no score on the board at this particular moment. Left-handed over the back for Adamam. Steps across. Damien. It's like you're just waiting for the big attack to come. I'm not convinced about this. It's
looks
a bit like a demonstration at the moment.
Little over a minute left to go. Damian and Kanikovsky. The likelihood is that they know each other pretty well. So that
Throws
can
the arm over the top there, the left hand deep in the back.
That can often result in a bit of a stalemate.
Kosota. I'm surprised he hasn't engaged in the Niwaza much. Feels a bit more like a randori than anything else.
Kanikovsky will need to get going. I mean,
oh yes, that's a nice finish there. Well, he turned it on at the end with 26 seconds remaining.
Well, that's been his forte throughout the day, hasn't it? You know, big finishes.
Yeah.
They don't normally take 3.5 minutes, but he has put away everyone that he's come up against. He really is, at the moment, for me, the most dangerous fighter in the weight category.
Well, he's been a big thrower even just today. He's been a massive big thrower today.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner and gold medalist for men under 100 kilogram category in white, Judo representing Russia.
Well, he gave it his best shot, but he did seem a bit sheepish out there, didn't he? He was a little bit overwhelmed in that final against his peer.
Yeah, I mean, there is first of all, the physical nature that you're going to come up against. Then there is the aggressive nature. He's battling against a lot, Kanikovsky here. And you pointed it out, was it 1 versus 71 as far as the world ranking list was concerned? And it's quite a big jump.
Russia.
He was the class act today in the under 100 kilo category.
Yeah.
May not have been as explosive in the final as we'd seen earlier on, but you expect that against his teammate. they're going to know each other very well.
That's the thing, they know each other
Tricky,
so well.
yeah.
It just didn't, it looked like Kanakowski was just a little bit overwhelmed with it all, I suppose. That's what it looked like. Looked like a bit of a rabbit in the headlights.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 78 kilo category.
Secretary of the Abu Dhabi Sport Council, His Excellency Arif Al-Awani. Bronze medalists are representing Israel, Inbar Lanir.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Inbar Lanir of Israel. There's a bronze medal also for Natalie Powell of Great Britain.
Silver medalist representing Germany, Alina Böhm.
Silver medal goes to Alina Böhm of Germany.
And gold medalist representing Great Britain, Emma Reed.
But the gold medal goes to Emma Reed of Great Britain.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented by the Assistant Secretary General of the United Arab Emirates General Authority of Sport, Mr. Khalid Isa Al-Mitfa. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Great Britain.
And now the national anthem of Great Britain.
Thank you very much. Family picture with VIP.
Well, what a day for Emma Reed then. First time in a Grand Slam final, and she ends up taking the gold.
That's just amazing. And Great Britain are up there in the middle table, aren't they?
Our medalists.
Yeah.
Women under 78.
We'll find out exactly where when we have the wrap-up. Smiling faces, all four of them this time. Even from Alina Böhm, who we were chatting about, you know, you're disappointed when you get the silver. Alina Böhm does not look disappointed. Unseeded when she came here this morning, did a terrific job, I think. Big smile from Natalie Powell, despite bumping her nose again, and then Inbar Lanir at the end on the right-hand side there.
Great athletes, great result for all of them.
Super, yeah. All right, we've got two more weight categories to bring you, these super heavyweights now. We'll start with the women in the plus 78 kilo category. Angela Gasparian of Russia goes up against Raz Hershko of Israel. It will be Gasparian in the white judogi, Hershko in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Roland Poiger of Austria.
It's going to be an interesting one. It was one of these weight categories, the larger weight well, 7 athletes in this weight category overall.
Please welcome judoka in white judogi representing
Be interesting to see the final outcome of these bronze medals, and we're in for a real treat in the final.
Blue judogi representing
Silver
Israel. 2021
both athletes entering into the field of play looking quietly confident.
Well, it's interesting from the point of view that both of these athletes are trying to make their way in this plus 78 kilo category. They're not this dissimilar in stature either.
No, that's
they
right.
haven't got the height that the super heavyweights normally have. They might have a bit of weight, but there's still plenty that they give away when they come against, you know, the larger super heavyweights, if you like. So let's see how Gasparian and Hershko get on.
This is a weight category, and with the plus 100s, that is just opened for opportunities for those that have been knocking on the door for a wee while, and because of the depth and class of this weight category that are not here, it's given them that opportunity to take a medal here today. So although it's experience, it's also given them the medal opportunity and the world ranking points to help them on their journey for next year, really. Sianagi broke the balance of Gasparian, who now tries to look for an opportunity in Niwaza. There doesn't seem to be much opening there, but she had a go.
Hershko picked up a penalty. Was that for stepping out the area?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very similar fighters, aren't they? And it's been an absolute clash here, really. Clash of heads. Gasparian really has to put the work in. She's already down 2 shidos. One more would result in Hansokimaki.
Oh, good turn.
Right. Well, she stayed composed, kept with the strong kumikata, and waited for the timing where Gasparian did one too many attacks there and weakened her posture.
Winner and bronze medalist for women over 78 kilogram category. In blue judogi representing Israel, Hershko.
She keeps picking up the points, doesn't she?
Yeah, she just keeps trudging along, doesn't she? Just little steps, as they say, little steps.
What, for Raz Hershko? Okay.
Little steps.
Congratulations.
You take that one.
Medal number 4.
Gasparian back to the drawing board, I'm afraid. Really didn't come up with the kind of, I don't know, the kind of effort that you'd expect for bronze medal contest in a Grand Slam.
Well,
you know?
she attempted a sasai, but she'd already been trying to get through the defences of her opponent, and it was becoming very tiring for her.
Needs to be a bit more punchy.
She hit her on a very weak point there. She didn't have a very strong supporting leg, and as you can see, collapsed under that pressure. There it was, left herself so vulnerable.
Right, coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the plus 78 kilo category. Coralie M of France goes up against Amasaikan Adiyasuren of Mongolia. It'll be M in the white judogi, Amasaikan in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is John Lamakers of the Netherlands.
Please welcome judoka. In white judogi, representing France, this year World Junior Champion and Paris Grand Slams bronze medalist, Coralie M. In blue judogi, representing Mongolia, 2021 Baku Grand Slam silver medalist, Amasaikan Adiyasuren.
I was short of an A in M.A.'s name. A bit more emphasis from our stadium announcer there. Okay, Coralie M.A.
M.A.
Should know by now, having seen her at the Junior World Championships. She made a bit of a splash. No pun intended, given that the event took place on an island,
Right.
Sardinia. You have to try, you know, you have to try these things.
Yes. Very nice place, Sardinia. Many a time.
Chance for Amasaikan to take the medal in front of the president of the Mongolian
She looks
Judo Association.
good as she was, looks quite strong there. Drawing in off that sleeve. She's sort of tempting her with that leg, isn't she? She's sort of working her on the edge of the contest area. And Ame needs to do a little bit of work now.
Chance with the shimmy waza.
Yeah.
Is that on? Look at the left hand.
I don't know it from this angle. It's really
no, it
difficult
wasn't.
to see.
Just looking to see.
I didn't see if there was the opportunity at first, to be honest. You could see when she went down, the head did drop in to the chest, which you normally see it straight away. When you get a glimpse of the face as they go down, then you know they're exposing their neck, and it makes it so much easier. But when they drop and the head drops deep,
Yeah, it's difficult to see.
it's difficult to see whether it was connected or not under the chin. A little bit of a warning there for Amy.
I just think if Amasaikan is a little bit clever here, she can get ahead as far as the penalty stakes are concerned, because it's coming. Well, she did. So they've given her the benefit of the doubt. She hasn't done a great deal, but Eme has done a great deal less. So
That's
it's
it.
the French fighter now who picks up a penalty, and Amasaikan should be using that to spur her on, to put more pressure on her opponent.
Sianagi.
But it's the French girl who attacks first.
Yeah. Amasaikan looks much stronger, I must admit. She just looks a bit more forceful out there against her opponent. Hime really needs to start having a little bit of an aggressive approach now to this contest. At the moment she's been taking a little bit of the second best in the grips and on the attacks, and it's just now and again, well, this really needs to start battling for what she wants. And with heavyweights, you want them having to have a little bit of aggression behind the size of them. At the moment, she's very placid out here for a heavyweight.
Yeah, I think that's what I was mentioning. Needs to be a bit more punchy.
Yeah, yeah. She is. She's very, like I would say, placid out there. She's very timid looking, and I'm quite sure if you rattled her cage, she'd be a little bit more out front and could really flex a bit more muscle out there. And at the moment, it's a little bit of a pitter-patter that's going on, and let me play type of thing rather than let me fight this one that's trying to take a medal from me. Sianagi, nicely done. That's got to be a score.
She does score.
Yep.
And with 43 seconds left on the clock. It's always around that time, Loretta, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get to the 40-second mark and someone's going to go.
Well, it's a good one. Yeah, it's the magic 40, you always say, doesn't it? Yeah.
Because by the time the referee calls mate and you come to grips, you're just 30-odd seconds left to go, so you've got half a minute to last. She's only picked up the one penalty, MA, so she can afford to hold on to that belt and push the hand in there.
And also leaves herself a bit vulnerable now. The Mongolian is opening up. She's a lot more faster pace, much more aggressive, where the French opponent just needs to sort of pick her off, really. But there you have it. Nice Sianagi. That was a good move, very sharp. Still very light, non-aggressive. 15
seconds left to go. Strong defence will keep Amar Saikan out.
Uchimata there, but obviously collapses on that Uchimata. Now, tactically, this is a good place for a French girl to be in. So she takes, and she's sort of clasping her hands, thinking, thank goodness for that one. So I don't think she would have liked to have gone to golden scorer with her opponent. So a good win.
5th place finish for Amar Saikan, but it's a bronze medal for Coralie Aimé of France.
Winner and bronze medalist for women over 78 kilogram category. In white,
I'm sure Aimé, after a wee while, will start to find that little bit of grit, which I think is really missing at this moment to be a true contender as a plus heavyweight.
Yeah, she lacks the stature.
It's a bit of the bite, isn't it? It's a bit of the sort of determination.
So she's going to have to make up for it somewhere else.
She's very relaxed. She's very... In some weights, you would say that's quite good to be very calm and relaxed. But as a heavyweight, you want a little bit more oomph when it's required, and that was a really nice technique. It was very, very neat. Great opportunity, the timing was right, and especially in the time of the contest was right. If she had done that in the first half of the contest, we might have seen a different outcome.
Well, we've still got the final of the plus 78 kilo category to come, and then after that we've got one more weight category. So let's take a look at the final of the plus 78 kilo category. Beatrice Souza of Brazil goes up against Léa Fontaine of France. It'll be Souza in the white judogi, Fontaine in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Katharina Marzog of Germany. Here's Loretta.
Well, the world number 2 against the world number 21.
Referee
They've
from
been up against
Germany,
each other a
Katarina
couple of
Marzo.
times, and it's Souza that's got the upper hand in this,
Welcome the
coming into this
finalists.
competition.
In white judo representing Brazil, the world bronze medalist 2019.
Yeah, you've got genuine super heavyweights here.
Super, yeah.
In blue judo representing France, this year Paris Grand Slam silver medalist Léa Fontaine.
So Léa Fontaine, Paris Grand Slam silver medalist. Against the world's silver medalist.
I always caution the Fontaine's opponents to make sure that they've got plenty of movement. Don't stay in one place for too long.
Oh no, no, no.
Don't allow Fontaine to settle on a grip.
There's a lot of power and weight behind Fontaine. You cannot afford to come in half-hearted. Osodomakokomi scoring a Wazari in the first minute of this gold medal contest.
Well, the only good thing to come out of that for Fontaine is that she didn't go into the Osaikomi. She got caught there, gave up Wazari. There's over 3 minutes left to go, so plenty of time. Souza for sure is going to come with another big effort.
Yeah.
I dare say, having gone to the well for the Osodomaki Komi, she'll probably be thinking, why not? Why not go again?
Well, Fontaine has to open up, and this is where mistakes can be made. It's either that or she'll pick up Shido's. First of all, she's got to try and get a good, strong, controlling grip over Souza, which is not easy. And there's the Shido.
Yeah, she's not a stranger to collecting Shidos for passivity, I'm afraid. I think that you need to get out of her repertoire if she's really going to climb up the ranks. Really, very few of the top flight players regularly give up Shidos.
Well, there's a lot of power and weight behind that attack, and Souza just manages to free from the grasps of Fontaine. There's no doubt about that.
Still plenty of time, just under 2 minutes.
See, that's the danger. Gets that high collar grip there, Fontaine, and she can step across. It's going to be hard stopping her.
Souza coming with her own high grip.
Yeah. So this is really who can hit first.
Yes, that was the direction you wanted to go in, the Osoto.
Yeah, it was like...
No, sorry. I mean, can you... She was about to rip her arm off. You couldn't allow that. So agricultural, wasn't it? That look about it. It was
just rip her head, rip her arm.
No finesse involved
no,
there.
It's just giddy. No finesse, no. It definitely wasn't an elegant move, was it? So she comes in deep there. A little bit deeper would help.
I like the Osoto attack from Souza.
Souza, I don't know, because it's a bit of, she's already had a taste of that. She came in for the Osota, but it was a bit of a 50-50. They're so so much weight and size there to battle with that although you may feel that you're half and half with your opponent or round the back, you're not really, because you've got to get beyond the halfway mark of breaking the balance of Fontaine.
Second penalty picked up by Fontaine now. Hasn't been able to produce a great deal, but Sousa's beating her to the punch, which is not difficult because Fontaine is slow at the best of times. There's a little bit of
more
a movement
from her now.
Sousa's got her head trapped in her gi. Yeah. "19 seconds left to go." Sousa, being penalty free, can just afford to stiff arm this one out, to be honest.
Be defensive here.
Grip and move, can afford to break up the grip. She still fancies that Osaka though, doesn't she?
She's going for it, and I wouldn't, I'd be running away.
Especially now, 5 seconds left. 3-0 then, Sousa Fontaine. Is that where it stands? Has she beaten her twice before?
Yeah, she's beaten her twice, that's the third time now.
Brilliant.
Winner and gold medalist for women over
got a bit to work out. Fontaine.
Representing Brazil.
Yes. Sousa takes the gold medal in the plus 78 kilo category.
Congratulations. Gold medal goes to Brazil.
Lots of battles for the number one spot in Brazil for the plus 78 kilo category. We've seen quite a few of them.
Fontaine takes the silver medal.
Same thing goes for France. France are in a real position with super heavyweights. Coralie M.A. we've just seen taking a bronze. Here, Leah Fontaine a bronze, Julia Tolafua. There's a few of them. And then we haven't even come to the real favourite, Roman Dicko, who for me, if she continues to improve, she's only young, she'll be the one to watch for in Paris 2024. She went to Tokyo and collected a bronze. So she's already, up there and on the way. She's the one to watch. But right now, it's all eyes on Beatrice Sousa, the gold medal winner in the plus 78 kilo category. Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for men in the under 100 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's under 100 kilogram category. The medals will be presented by the chairman of Sharjah Sport Council, His Excellency Isa Hilal.
His Excellency Isa Hilal is presenting the medals, and the first of the bronze medals goes to Michael Correll of the Netherlands. There's a bronze medal also for Shadi El Nahas of Canada. Silver medal goes to Matvey Kanikovsky
and gold medal
of Russia.
Representing Russia, Arman Adamian.
The gold medal goes to Arman Adamian of Russia.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented by the IJF ambassador and president of the Judo Federation of Russia, Mr. Vasily Anisimov. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Russian Federation.
the national anthem of the Russian Federation.
Thank you very much. Family picture with a decent judoka.
Coral and El Nahas were the bronze medal winners. Kanikovsky took the silver, and it was Damian who took the gold medal. Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the plus 100 kilo category. Temur Rakhimov of Tajikistan goes up against Valery Endovitsky of Russia. It's Rakhimov in the white judogi, Endovitsky in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Vitaly Sulima of Ukraine.
Mr. Vitaly Sulima.
I wonder if there's going to be any fireworks here in these last matches.
In white judogi, representing Tajikistan.
There's been a couple of occasions that when it comes down to the plus heavyweights, we've had some real, it's like having the cream
in blue judogi, representing Russia.
On the top of the cake, isn't it? Just the final topping to make it a nice roundup for a weekend of judo.
Yeah, it could be a good one here. Endovitsky, first time in a Grand Slam medal contest. He could pull something out. Rakhimov has been around for a little bit longer. But I'm not sure how many times he's taken Grand Slam medals, so it could be uncharted territory for both of them.
A few new faces here for the Russian team, isn't it? With the
yes, they did say they had some younger ones out, and
well, we
were talking
list.
About there was no Inal Tasoyev, no Tamerlan Bashayev, no Anton Krybovokov. So you know we were going down the list, weren't we? By the time we got to this lot. Good place for them to come and get a run out, because there were a few here, a few useful bodies to go up against.
17 competitors in this weight category.
Marty Pumalainen didn't make it. I called his name early on.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't make it next time, I'm not going to call it again. I'll go and tell him when I see him next.
That's the dummy being spat out.
Yeah. Had I been a betting man, I'd have lost money.
A bit of a hacking going on there. I think both of them deserve a pair of football boots for that one. The nicest display. Get the timing right, fellas. That's all I say. Nowitzki there with the right hand on the collar. And managing to get one hand on his opponent right now, both reaching around with that other sleeve grip, trying desperately to get the final hand on, both looking for the same style of gripping. Now they've exchanged. Not for long though. The referee's getting a little bit fed up with this and gives them both a Shido again. Doesn't really see much action.
Got 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes to go, and they're both Shido.
Well, we know this is not going the distance.
No, definitely not. Let's just get two hands. Neither one of them are able to manage to get two hands on their opponent. Uchimata attempt there. Ramakov. Left hand on the lapel. Left to right stance. Bit of a clash here. Wasn't sure who connected well there, really. It seemed that both collapsed.
Tajik coach jumped up and shouted Wazari.
Well, I'm glad he's not a referee.
I was going to say, he's not going to pass his IJF refereeing badge, is he?
Not at all.
And the thing, it was right in front of him.
He lost his own balance, really. He came in for that attack, but then, for whatever reason, he was the one that landed first.
I mean, Rakimov is in the white judogi. They land right in front of the coach, and Rakimov lands full flat on his front, and the coach asks for Wazari. In no control over his opponent, who lands nowhere near the scoring part of his body.
Well, Rakimov is showing that Ochigari, and if he gets a little bit of a spin on it, it could actually work, and work well, but he's only got the one direction on it, is directly back, but a little bit of a spin and rotation of his head would actually get the technique moving.
And Nowitzki decided he wasn't going to attempt anything on the ground. Stepped over Rakimov. Thought, no, I'll leave that. I always find that so odd, that you won't even have a stab and see whether or not your opponent has got some kind of defence or lacks any defence, and then you're in.
Yep.
But not to know. It could be that he hasn't got any near-waza himself, you know, so he has to leave it. I find that very odd, though.
You see it more within the heavyweights, because let's face it, to try and move one of these big guys over that are defending, even if they are poor at defending, it's a lot of weight, isn't it? And that just takes it out in your arms, and you have to reserve the amount of energy you've got left in the tank that's going to be more proactive and more beneficial for you throughout the contest, and wasting it on trying to rotate somebody over that is almost impossible unless they land on their back directly anyway. It's handed on a plate.
Okay. We are going to have golden score.
Well,
golden score.
So I take it back.
You take
this
it back.
one
it was
wasn't
going
going
to go
to
longer.
time. I felt sure that one of them would have committed some kind of error.
Yeah, they did up their game a little bit.
Yes.
Not much, but they upped their game.
At least they were attacking, and then they
Exactly.
were avoiding picking up penalties because they got themselves busy. And mercifully, they've kept most of the action in the middle as well. There's a chance. Lost now. He lost contact with the left hand.
Sasai. We've seen that a couple of times, haven't we?
Just a bit too bent over to make anything happen here. And Nowitzki wants to stand up, to be honest. If he just takes control here, and then he went the wrong way.
He needs to get a reaction, and he needs his opponent's head to come up before he drops underneath, and he's dropped down there and he's left himself a little bit exposed. Now, Again,
Yeah, well,
he needs to be sharper in his transition.
We can see why he left the last knee-waza exchange.
He just doesn't have any knee.
He hasn't got any.
That's it. Yep, we've worked that one out now.
So we go back to the drawing board. Let's have a look after a little over a minute of golden score. So you can come up with something. You know, something. They'll end with some thumping technique.
Oh, it will be. It'll be a finale where I'm just waiting for it and hoping for it, to be honest.
Coming up for a minute and a half. Thought about going across for the Toshi. It didn't happen. A bit of a pull to see whether he can change grips or not. And then the left-sided effort from Rakhimov.
Yeah, it was a good Ijimata, good attempt there, but it was just a little bit flat-footed on that one. Yes.
Bit of a gap as well from where he wanted to be.
Ijimata.
Oh, there you go!
Well, it was all worth it, wasn't it? Definitely worth it at the end.
How do you come from being
doing
a fairly poor effort to ending up on the highlights reel?
Exactly. Well,
I was berating them for taking long and hanging about, not producing a great deal, and then all of a sudden
luring us into a false sense of security where we thought it was all over and done with.
But we'd actually just said that this was how it was going to end.
This was going to, and
just began to have a feeling that maybe the defences had been broken down. It wasn't as strong, and a really big attack would end with a big technique, and so it happened.
Yes,
Rakhimov,
to our delight.
Yeah,
it's nice to always see a finish like that. There's no doubt about
Winner
it.
and bronze medalist
Rakhimov of Tajikistan overcomes Valery Endovitsky of Russia with a huge technique in the end. Super finish.
A lovely finish, yeah. I like that one.
Yep, you are on the highlights reel.
Congratulations, Timur Rakhimov, Tajikistan. Highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
A little bit of a battle for grips here. Endovitsky wondering where it's going to go, and as soon as he grips up, he's in a bad spot. Left Uchimata from Rakhimov. Gives him the hand. He actually goes across trying to grab the jacket on the other side. Not sure what he was thinking of bringing off from this. It would have been a long way to come for an Uranagi from there.
It was, it came over, he pulled that arm in. He actually tied him up in knots. There was very little he was going to be able to get off because he couldn't pull away and widen himself as he went down for him to fall on his face. By pulling that across his own chest, there was only one way he was going to land, and that was on his back.
Nice finish.
Couldn't defend that.
No. Timur Rakhimov. Right, we've got a second of the bronze medal contest, and unfortunately Yevgeny Balievsky of Ukraine picked up an injury.
Oh right, that's why he's looking
previous
so
contest.
jolly.
Yeah, so Marc Deschênes of Canada already knows what's going to happen when he comes up in front of Amano Akiko of Japan, who's the referee in the middle for this one. She's going to gift him the contest. Unfortunately, his opponent, as I say, picked up
I thought he was looking a little bit
an
relaxed
injury
as he
previously.
came onto the field to play.
It's always a slight embarrassment, and you're very sheepish when you're walking out there. Well, I suppose so. But bronze medal winner for Marc Deschênes. What an effort from him earlier on.
Yes.
And that leaves us neatly with one contest left. It's the gold medal contest, the final of the plus 100 kilo category. Odku set single of Mongolia goes up against Vladut Simeonescu of Romania. It's Odku in the white judogi, Simeonescu in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Kata of Finland.
Oh, what a difference in age. 22, Odku Simeonescu, a lot older there. World rank 20, Simeonescu.
How old are they? I didn't
Referee
see,
from
actually.
Finland,
30,
Mr. Veli-Matti Kata.
Good,
Okay.
10 years of a difference.
I don't know what I must be then.
Please welcome the
10 years
finalists.
difference, 40 years difference.
And
Representing Mongolia, 2021
Stone
Baku
age.
bronze medalist.
you've got clothes in your wardrobe that's older than him.
My shoes may be older.
Representing Romania, the Grand Slam and Grand Prix medalist, Vladut Simeonescu.
Well, there you got the big man. Simeonescu is the number 2 seed coming into this competition. And Odku, a lot younger than his opponent, and obviously a lot less experienced, but he has fought an absolute blinder here this weekend today. So it'll be interesting to see how he comes up against the strong Romanian opponent.
Well, the Mongolians have been looking for a super
They are
heavyweight for a
looking,
while.
yeah, they have done. He's got the stature, hasn't he? He's very, very tall, and he's got the long limbs and very athletic looking.
Yes, could be a find. How old did he say he was? 20. Might be there then. See what he's got to offer up. He's got stiff opposition in front of him, however. Vladut Simeonescu, and these are, you know, genuine
Simeonescu,
super heavyweight.
31. Simeonescu.
Perfect time now for him. A couple of years' time, be ready for Paris. Simeonescu,
Yeah, ideal, yeah.
mature and just stays fit.
I remember when Simeonescu first came on the scene. God. A lot more baby face then. Simeonescu there with the right hand on the lapel. His fingers heavily strapped there, so either he's been in the wars with the Kumikata, or it's just something that reinforces that strong grip. Left hand high collar grip there from the Mongolian.
He'll have to go brave.
Odku really has to go straight away. He needs to put that one in. Can't hang around for too long. He needs to try and change the pace slightly, the Mongolian, because he doesn't have the weight advantage here in this contest.
The problem for Odku is having taken a strong grip, and then, you know, Simeonescu said, okay, I'm not going to try and break it off or move, see what you come up with. He's kind of inviting him to come across that left side, because it's a big Osotogari that he'd like, and Simeonescu saying, okay, come on then.
And the problem is, Odku, the only way he can actually throw him is that he moves him. It's like hitting a brick wall. You're never going to move Simeonescu unless you get him moving one foot in front of the other. He's solid on his feet, he's got good posture, he's not going to be bent, so he might as well just run into him, bounce off him, because that's exactly what would happen if he doesn't move him.
Poor Veli-Matti Kata of Finland has been walking around the mat collecting pieces of tape that are falling off Simeonescu's fingers.
the reinforcement is unraveling.
That's where he wants to go, on the outside. He wants to be brave.
Oh, you see, that's the thing. He's brave, but he's not moving him. He's got to get him off his toe, up onto his toes. That's what he's got to do.
He was also too tentative with that last one. It just collapsed before he got there.
This is what you want to see the Mongolian doing, getting a little bit more light in his feet, getting them moving, getting Simonescu to start doing a little bit of chasing. At the moment, he's comfortable. He's going to stay put. He's not going anywhere. They've both got a Shido apiece, and so 2 Shidos each, one more resort. But this he's got to put a couple of attacks in here, the Mongolian. He could win it just on being a bit more agile and throwing in. Yes!
There you go.
What a finish! Oh, I love that. Hey. Well, that just puts a smile on my face. That was judo. That's what you like seeing.
Super heavyweight comes up with a super finish.
Super finish, super Kosota.
Simonescu on the receiving end of that, I'm afraid.
As soon as he got a bounce in his step, he was off and he was looking good, and it was just a nice finish. Nice judo. What a lovely finish.
Well, I know that you'll be perfectly happy to talk through the replay on that. So we'll just wait for that to come up and then leave Loretta Kusator to talk you through what went right for Sensengel. We were waiting for it.
Just wanting the little bounce to happen. You wanted to be a little bit more agile and light on his feet, and there you had it. He had that little sort of flutter in the hips. He went forward, he showed the front, and then switched it behind, and he totally took Simonescu off in the wrong direction.
Oh, okay, that little feint.
That faint little hip reaction.
For a big man, that's not a bad move, is it?
Well, when you look at heavyweights and against his opponent, he's not that big. What he is, he's very athletic.
He just dropped. He shows him that left knee, doesn't he? He just drops the left knee.
Nice.
And then Simonescu goes for it.
Yeah, he just took him off the wrong direction. He took him on the wrong road.
Nice.
And he fell for it because that sort of change of reaction made him react. Straight away, he had nothing to react before. It was just he could feel every little movement that the Mongolian had. Then all of a sudden he throws in something that's so agile and so fast that he reacts. And as soon as he gets that reaction, took him down the wrong path and hit him blindside. Oh, nice.
Well worth waiting for that.
Oh, I'm a happy person now. Definitely a happier person. I've got the throw that I was looking for.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for women in the plus 78 kilo category.
The medals will be presented by the Vice President of the Global Association of International Sports Federations.
The medals are being presented by the President of the Global Association of Sports Federations, Mr. Stefan Fox.
Representing France, Coralie Aimé.
There's a bronze medal for Coralie Aimé of France. There's a bronze medal also for Raz Hershko of Israel.
Silver medalist representing France, Léa Fontaine.
Silver medal goes to Léa Fontaine of France.
And gold medalist representing Brazil.
The gold medal goes to Beatriz Souza of Brazil.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented by the Vice President of the United Arab Emirates Wrestling and Judo Federation, His Excellency Nasser Al-Bidour. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Brazil.
And now the national anthem of Brazil.
Thank you very much. Family picture with VIP and Judoka.
Time for the family picture with the VIPs and the judoka. We'll get a look at the winning quartet without their masks. There they go. M and Hershko were the bronze medal winners. Fontaine took the silver, and it was Susan to take the gold. Right, we've got a special award presentation about to take place. We'll get the awardee onto the stage, and there comes what looks from here a magnificent piece of porcelain, I think.
And now we have the presentation ceremony. And like to invite to the stage
from our
the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wieser, and chairman of the United Arab Emirates Wrestling and Judo Federation, and ambassador for peace, His Excellency Mohammed bin Talib Al Dhiri.
His Excellency Mohammed bin Talib Al Dhiri
Mr. Wieser
is going to receive this vase from Herent Porcelain,
to His Excellency Mohammed bin Talib Al Dhiri,
being presented by the President of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wieser.
Your applause, please. Thank you very much.
Well, they really do support International Judo, United Arab Emirates, and an incredible amount of work, and one of the first countries on the IJF World Tour to have the Grand Prix, a Grand Slam. We've been out here for quite a number of years now. In addition to that, the developing relationships with countries in the region as well has been something very special. So no doubt recognition for all that work. We've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category coming up next.
The medal ceremony for the men's over 100 kilogram category. The medals will be presented by the president of the
medals will be presented by the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Visa.
Representing Canada, Marc Deschênes.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Marc Deschênes of Canada. There's a bronze medal also for Timur Rakimov of
Silver
Tajikistan.
Representing Romania, Vladut Simionescu.
Silver medal goes to Vladut Simionescu of Romania.
Gold medal is representing Mongolia, Otku Tsetsetsengel.
But the gold medal goes to Otku Tsetsetsengel of Mongolia.
Will be presented by the chairman of the United Arab Emirates Wrestling and Judo Federation and Ambassador for Peace, His Excellency Mohammed bin Taylub Al Diri.
Otku Tsetsetsengel gets himself in the highlights package as well. Really was a terrific finish from the young Mongolian. Made all the much more enjoyable by the fact that his president was sitting in front row watching. And now the national anthem of Mongolia.
Thank you very much. Family picture with VIPs and
just as well that the Mongolians brought quite a team with them, because they gave us the biggest chair of the 3 days there, and they closed it out with their own anthem and the gold medal. It's a nice way for things to finish with them. Just as well, they came here for the signing of the reinstatement of the Grand Prix. We'll have a Grand Prix on the IJF World Tour next year, and we'll be back in Ulaanbaatar. I've quite missed going out there. It's a terrific competition.
It's a wonderful competition.
Love going out, and they're crazy about judo, absolutely crazy about judo. There's the winning quartet then. Deschênes got himself onto the podium, as did Rakimov. They were the bronze medal winners. Simionescu had to settle for the silver this time around, and it was young Otku Tsetsetsengel who took the gold medal. That really does wrap things up. We'll have a look at the medal table to see the final medal placings. Russia finished off with 2 golds, 4 silvers and 2 bronze. Great Britain came up there, 2 golds, a silver and 4 bronze medals, and then there was 2 gold medals for Mongolia. We then had a gold medal each for France, Germany, Brazil, Portugal, Belgium, the Republic of Moldova, Chinese Taipei, and Italy. Those were your gold medal winners. Okay, that's all the action from the third and final day of the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. Join us next time on the IJF World Judo Tour. But from all the broadcast team here in Abu Dhabi, Loretta Kusat-Doyle and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.